Little Krishna and the Terrible Storm. In the peaceful and calm village of Vrindavan, people were used to worshipping the demigod Indra for his blessing of timely and abundant rainfall. Since the villagers were mostly farmers and cowherd folks, adequate rainfall was very important for them to prosper. They would all gather together with their best offerings for Indra and pray to him with their chants. Samvartaka, the leader of Indra's trusted cloud warriors, would keep an eye on the villagers to ensure that they are paying due homage to Indra. Having found that the offerings are satisfactory and people are praising and praying for Indra's blessings, Samvartaka went back to his chariot to inform his master. Indra in his heavenly abode felt happy and satisfied to know that people are praising him and chanting his praise. He ordered Samvartaka to gift ample rainfall to the villagers of Vrindavan. With orders from Indra, Samvartaka and his army of cloud warriors pulled together their powers and headed towards Vrindavan. They displayed their powers of creating clouds and thunders as Vrindavan started having blissful rains. With the advent of raindrops, the flowers bloomed. New leaves grew on the trees, turning Vrindavan covered with lush greenery. All the animals felt refreshed in the rain, as rain is important for every life form. The peacock displayed their gorgeous, colorful feathers as they danced in joy, welcoming the rains. The villagers too cheered and danced in joy as their prayers for timely monsoon got answered. But too much of praise can also be dangerous for an individual's ego, just as it happened with Indra. He started believing that he is the greatest and everybody should continue praying and praising for him. His teacher tried to caution him, saying that it's his duty to provide timely, ample rainfall, and he's only doing his task. So there is nothing to be proud about it. But Indra, in his arrogance, refused to listen to his teacher. In Vrindavan, happy villagers were preparing for their festivity in order to express their gratitude towards Indra, arranging the best of their offerings for him. Little Krishna was a curious boy with profound wisdom. He questioned his father, King Nanda, about the offering ceremony. King Nanda, who was a kind ruler, told Krishna that Indra helps them for getting rains, and it is an age-old tradition that one should follow traditions like their ancestors. Little Krishna, in reply, said that Govardhan Hill helps the people of Vrindavan in many more ways than Indra. Hence, if at all the people of Vrindavan need to pay tribute, they should pay it to Govardhan Hill for all its blessings and not to Indra. Krishna's word made King Nanda very thoughtful about it. Sage Gargacharya, who was the wisest man of Vrindavan, came up and supported Krishna's wisdom. Little Krishna announced to the people of Vrindavan that from now on they are going to worship Govardhan Hill for all the wondrous gifts the hill provides them with all the year round. Govardhan provides them with wood for their homes. It stops the clouds to make rains. It provides waterfalls and rivers with clean fresh water for the people of Vrindavan. Animals roam happily in the forest around the hill, and it provides fruits and crops too that helps both animals and human in Vrindavan to survive. The villagers who loved Krishna agreed to his decision, and instead of Indra, they decided to prepare their offerings to Govardhan Hill. A satisfied King Nanda also agreed to his beloved son. The villagers of Vrindavan made a cheerful procession, playing music and dancing in joy while carrying their offerings. They circled around the Govardhan Hill, cheering and praying for Govardhan Hill's blessings in a mood of festive celebration. Govardhan Hill was very happy. Samvartaka, who was keeping an eye on the villagers of Vrindavan, rushed back in his chariot to Indra's palace. Samvartaka informed Indra that the villagers of Vrindavan have abandoned their homage to Indra and are worshipping Govardhan Hill in his place. Mad in rage with the villagers of Vrindavan, Indra ordered Samvartaka to gather his gallant cloud warriors and punish the villagers with relentless thunder and rain till Vrindavan is drowned in flood. Samvartaka gathered his cloud warriors, and their united strength, they created the most fearsome thunder and cloud that man had ever seen. The sky cracked open with explosive thunders that came down upon Vrindavan like balls of fire. Relentless rain followed the thunders that threatened to wash away everything. The villagers cried for help and ran in fear for shelter as they had never seen such ruthless showers. The violent winds swept away the homes and uprooted the trees. Heavy pouring created a devastating flood as people and animals found themselves being washed away in the currents. Even Krishna's friends helplessly tried to hold on in order to save themselves. Everybody cried for Krishna to help them from the disaster. King Nanda and Mother Yashoda tried to get everyone to safety, contemplating the fact that they must have enraged the fury of Indra to be in this perilous situation. Little Krishna felt so sad to find his own people in distress while following his advice. He assured everybody that in his presence he will never allow any harm to happen to the people of Vrindavan and promised everyone their safety. With heroic poise, little Krishna did the unbelievable. With a strike of his feet, he made the ground shatter all around Govardhan Hill. To everyone's utter disbelief, Krishna lifted the gigantic Govardhan Hill on his little finger. He called the villagers to take cover under the shade of the hill while he kept holding the hill on top of him, providing safety to everyone. As efforts of Samvartaka and his cloud warriors went in vain, as they could do no harm to the villagers or to the almighty Govardhan Hill. After 7 days of persistent efforts, a tired Samvartaka returned back to Indra. Indra could not believe that his strongest cloud warriors have come back defeated in the hands of a little boy. Indra decided to see it for himself. Riding on his elephant, Indra proceeded to find out how did Krishna manage to defeat his army. From the sky, Indra found the people of Vrindavan safe and sound under the shelter of Govardhan Hill. Determined to prove his power and authority, Indra summoned all his strength and hurled his most powerful flaming thunders on Govardhan Hill in order to defeat Krishna. The villagers got terrified as the hill shook violently with the impacts. But Krishna stood there holding the hill up with a pleasant smile on his face, assuring the villagers that nothing will harm them. Krishna started playing his soulful flute that made the people of Vrindavan calm and dropped their fear. Samvartaka took the shape of a tornado as a last effort, trying to harm Krishna. But Krishna went on playing his flute, and soon Samvartaka found himself getting drawn towards the hill. Effortlessly, Krishna displayed his magical powers, sucked in the tornado-shaped Samvartaka inside his flute. Indra, who was up in the sky on his elephant, also found himself losing balance with the force of Krishna's flute, and soon enough fell from his elephant, and feeling powerless, he dropped on the ground from the sky. Indra was defeated, and Vrindavan was saved by little Krishna. The rejoicing villagers of Vrindavan came out from under the Govardhan Hill to find that the cloud had cleared, and there was bright sunshine all over. Krishna positioned the hill once again back in its place. Everyone thanked Krishna for his compassion and bravery, for he had saved everybody by accomplishing a heroic task. Indra, stripped of his powers and authority, bowed in front of Krishna, asking for his mercy. Krishna pardoned him, since a true hero is the one who can also forgive. People cheered for their brave little Krishna, the savior who lifted the entire Govardhan hill to save Vrindavan.